Trap cards, monsters, trap monsters. As you can see, today's story is all about trap cards. And I know all of you Eldritch and Paleozoic fans are getting very excited right now, but I'm just gonna rip off that band-aid real quick. You're gonna have to wait another like 12 to 15 years first.
Funny.
Shuffle your opponent's deck into oblivion, all my fellow and future allies. This is this card game versus humanity, and I'm the NKK Double G. Back with another recap of that Duel Monsters show. Can you believe we're creeping on 100 episodes already? I better get paid soon. As per usual, if you enjoyed, don't forget that sub, that bell, that like, hit out the Patreon if you want to support me. Leave a comment telling me if you'd be just as scared as Joey if your opponent all of a sudden whipped out their huge golden rod right before the start of a duel. I know I'd raise an eyebrow at least. Hey everyone, remember their numbers that we never gave you until just before this started? Remember those numbers because it's time to decide the next duel of the tournament. Activating the bingo machine go, it looks like number 2 and number 7 are up. Joey Wheeler and real, definitely not fake Merrick. Immediately heading up to the dueling arena, Joey Wheeler seems to be at maximum anger mode already.
Gentlemen?
Ah yes, a rage so blinding that he just flips his opponent's deck over and over again, so it basically just ends up back where it started at the beginning. That's very effective.
And stop shuffling his deck already.
Hey, lay off. There's no rule saying you can't purposely try and ruin your opponent's card value by shuffling their deck for 10 minutes straight. Everyone cheers on their friend Joey, realizing this will actually be the first time his sister Serenity has watched him duel. Sure, nothing out of the ordinary will happen, or, nothing story altering. I mean, it's not like someone's gonna get struck by lightning. Joey says he's got this duel all figured out already, and he will end it in 9 turns, aka basically how long it takes him to draw into Jinzo. Just then, fake Merrick whips out his large golden rod, holding it erect in front of our hero, scaring him greatly because he's never seen one that big. Asking pretty please, will you just put that away so we can duel fairly?
Merrick must have realized that Joey's mind is too strong to be controlled. That's why the Millennium Rod didn't work last time.
What the hell are you talking about? It literally took over 4 episodes for you to break that spell. You don't just forget that kind of pain. Hello, my name is Merrick, and I'm the evil villain of this season with an evil plan so well thought out that no one could ever see it coming. It'd be such a shame if someone looked over in my general direction for 2 seconds and saw that I was holding the Millennium Rod behind my back. That would actually ruin my plan with little to no explanation. That'd be such a shame. Okuma says to his brother that this Merrick dude must have a ton of rare cards in his deck. Kaiba retorts by saying he only cares about the Winged Dragon of Ra, and hopefully Joey can last long enough for him to actually see how it works. I'm more or less just surprised he actually responded to his brother. Holy crap, the beginning of this duel is taking forever to start because of course Merrick has to monologue to himself for about 5 minutes straight before telling Odeon if you lose this duel, you're going back to the Shadow Realm, aka he's getting janitorial duty back at their base. Everyone cheers on Joey while Duke asks if he ever got his Red Eyes Black Dragon back from Yugi, as he says no, he didn't. Whatever will our hero do without a 2 tribute monster with 2400 attack and no effect and no dex synergy? Just then our hero gets very excited when he knows he's gonna get famous knocking out this person out of the tournament that no one's ever heard before. Unfortunately for Joey, Kaiba paid off the weather earlier today, and now he decides to make his move. What would you even do then? Are you just completely fucked? Those were some good reflexes, though. After only 10 minutes, the first turn of this duel officially begins. An exciting turn where Joey plays gear free the entire night with no back row and then ends his turn. What the hell, Joey? I said exciting. Ah yes, luckily Odeon decides to listen to me playing one of my favorite cards of all time, the Temple of the Kings, a card that lets you
To protect the king's treasure, it limits the number of magic and trap cards you can play in one turn.
No. That's not even close to what it does, nor did you even remotely specify how many cards it apparently limits you to. Like, withhold information all you want like everyone else, but don't just start making shit up. This is an exciting finals match. Fake Merrick sets 2 cards face down before ending his turn, leaving our hero Joey in a predicament. Should he follow Tristan's advice and just blindly attack, or should he follow Duke's advice and wait because he just wants to devastate him with those trap cards? What are you ever going to do? You should follow Duke's advice. Luckily our hero Joey has a master plan to win this duel already set up in his head. He's gonna summon a few more monsters like Tiny Guardian and Hayabusa Knight, but not attack because that's not committal at all. And he's gonna play Giant Trune to blow away any and all magic and trap cards on his side of the field. And then he's gonna
Points.
He's gonna imagine him making a really weird groaning noise as he attacks him directly. Why did he imagine that part? Also, Joey's apparently at the Pharaoh now because he just top decked Tiny Guardian this turn after he had already prophesized that he was gonna use it to attack. Actually, before ending his turn and then letting Odeon just place 2 more cards face down like he actually prophesized. It's getting a little scary. And back! There's a giant Trunade coming through. Joey is ready to activate his magic card and execute his plan and win the duel way easier than anyone thought. Unfortunately, doing so has activated one of the most devastating trap cards in Fake Merrick's side of the field, Judgment of Anubis. A card that is activated when one of your back row is targeted for destruction, which it wasn't. Destroys all your opponent's monsters, which it should only be 1. Then takes half the attack points as life points away from the opponent, which again, it should only be 1. Hey, and Yugi are very scared that Joey fell right into this trap while Mai's neck is 50 feet long for some reason. Yugi says trap cards are the most tricky riskiest and dangerous cards in the entire game, something that people today would probably have an argument or three about. Wait, never mind, hold the phone, back up that bus, stop the presses. Apparently Joey did this all on purpose just to test him. That was all just a test. Now he's really ready to duel.
I knew it! Joey had this plan the whole time!
Will someone please buy this girl a clue?
You know your intelligence is in trouble when even Taya's putting you down for your blind levels of faith and friendship. Back to the duel. Joey, I guess, just ended his turn after all that happened, allowing Odeon to just do the exciting thing and set 2 cards face down before ending his turn, pissing us all off because we realized later that if he just activated those cards now, he could have won the duel.
No, they call this game Duel Monsters, because you're supposed to fight your opponent with monster cards.
Huh. I can think of 2 words named Magical Explosion that would heavily disagree. Joey summons his alligator sword, but against 5 back row, he's too scared to attack and risk any more life points. Something I think most of us would probably agree with for once before just setting a back row and taking it easy on him for the turn. And now, folks, it's time for the most exciting part of this duel, and I hope you're ready. Odeon draws a card and then ends his turn. Joey also draws a card and then ends his turn. Odeon draws another card and ends his turn. I draw a gun and then I end my life. If this keeps up, we're gonna have another repeat of Smash 4 at Evo on our hands, says Mokuba. Luckily, Joey is the only one more pissed off than me watching this right now, cracking immediately and attacking with a Rocket Warrior, much to everyone's dismay. Oh, hey, by the way, Joey, I know this might be a bad time to ask, but what's your favorite Metallica song?
Seek and Destroy!
Oh yes, thanks for taking the time to answer. I would have gone more with like Ride the Lightning or Battery, but respectable choice nonetheless. Unfortunately, Fake Merit counters with the Eye of Who Cares because it's a fake card. You can control the Rocket Warrior before being countered by Joey's own card in Simo's worst nightmare, Fairy Box. As his attack, Joey gets cocky, saying he's figured out his strategy, that he has nothing but trap cards and no monsters in his deck, and once he wipes them out, it'll be smooth sailing. Oh wait, never mind, he has a trap that's both a trap and a monster, called a Trap Monster. Such a powerful card type with no real effect that basically just makes you wait a turn to be able to summon it. Oh wow, 1600 attack? That's not really impressive.
I must say I'm impressed.
Okay, now you're just being a spiteful bitch. Well, that's it for this week's episode. I want to thank you all for watching, and of course, a shout out to all my patrons. I'm not really sure what I'm more annoyed about, Odeon choosing to do nothing for like 5 turns when he could have just attacked with his trap monsters, or just any of our heroes' complete lack of back row removal. Yeah, I'm just pissed off. This has been the man from Worth with all the girls, ladies and gentlemen. Be the character you know you're worth. Later. I said bye. Ah, yes, a rage so blinding that he basically just flips the deck over and over and over again, so it basically just starts where... I ran out of air. Holy crap, the beginning of this duel is taking forever to start because, of course, Merrick has the devastating trap cards on Fake Merrick's side of the field. Judgment of a new... I was so fucking close.